Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, this is from 12 News. I've covered this before, but I want to go over this a little bit more. Convicted murderer found dead in Arizona prison. He was a Scientologist, which, note that they didn't put that in there, right? Could it be a conspiracy? Kenneth W. Thompson, who claimed his Scientology beliefs, compelled him to kill 2 Arizona residents. They were trying to save children, by the way. In 2012, was murdered Wednesday in his prison cell. I still think found dead is some type of code. News Associated Press, published at 3:32. Interesting numbers. December 30th, 2021. That's sacrifice season, so you guys know. There's a lot of sacrifice seasons. Just for general information. Pinal County, Arizona. The convicted killer who attempted to use his Scientology beliefs as a defense, because he had no other one, for his crimes was found dead Wednesday in his Arizona prison cell. Kenneth W. Thompson, 38, death number's 38, by the way, had been on death row at a Florence prison for violent crimes committed in Yavapai County in 2012. And when you guys hear what he did, I imagine the prisoners didn't really take too kindly to that. And I would not be surprised at all if this guy had received an order from another Scientologist. It's my opinion. I can ask questions. I can have theories. A jury convicted Thompson in 2019 of using a hatchet and knife to kill Penelope Edwards, his sister-in-law, and Troy Dunn. I wonder how much the wife was involved in this. He then poured acid on the bodies and then set the victim's Prescott Valley home on fire. Yeah, that's not going to tip the cops off, is it? Jurors rejected arguments by Thompson's attorney that his motive for the slayings was rooted in his upbringing as a Scientologist. I mean, I wonder, not that I'm on this guy's side, but I wonder if they would have had a better chance of saying he was mentally, what is that they use, the mental incapacitation or, but you know why he wouldn't use that? Because he was a Scientologist. According to the Arizona Republic, Thompson's lawyers argued he was attempting to rescue children. Okay, wait, let's just go over that again. Oh, they inverted it, you guys. He wasn't rescuing children. The people that got killed were actually trying to rescue the children. So let's just clear that up. You see how they twist things? They were trying to get the children away from Scientology. You see? You see that? Okay, I'm going to read it, but I don't agree. I'm just telling you from my perspective what it looks like. This is what the lawyers pitched to everyone. Thompson's lawyers argued he was attempting to rescue children. I don't believe that. Under Edwards' care. Excuse me. who were undergoing psychiatric care. Oh, wait a minute. Were they seeing counselors for all the abuse that they were enduring in Scientology? Open the records. Let's see the records. My dad used to always say, check the records. Check the records. Because Thompson's Scientology beliefs reject the practice of psychology. You see why they do it now? His lawyer said he was compelled to save the children. Boy, isn't that something else? Don't you know that that's how Scientologist or Scientology would pitch this, right? No, the people who had the children were trying to save them from Scientology. Imagine what the prisoners in the general pop thought about that. Jurors rejected arguments by Thompson's attorneys that his motive for the slayings was rooted in his upbringing as a Scientologist. According to the Arizona Republic, Thompson's lawyers argued he was attempting to rescue children. They're just going with it. Under Edward's care, who were undergoing psychiatric care. They had to put this in twice because I guess the first time wasn't enough, right? Because Thompson's Scientology beliefs reject the practice of Scientology. Oh, I read it twice. I'm sorry. Imagine saying that he's compelled to save the children, when meanwhile these poor babies were going under ethics handlings, were forced to write KRs on each other, were forced to do auditing interrogations. They're actually interrogations. Forced to go to auditing sessions where they are asked sexual questions. And now they were probably going to a counselor because this couple was trying to help them. And this guy killed them. So I bet the prisoners didn't like that too much. Don't you guys think? Wait, there's more of my sarcasm coming. The Arizona Department of Corrections, Rehabilitation and Reentry said Thursday it is investigating Thompson's sudden death as a homicide and has identified 2 inmates who may be responsible for killing him. So these prisoners felt that it was necessary to have 2 kill him. And what I understand from some of these prisoners online that explain how it all works, I can't think of the name of the guy that I was watching the other day. I've got one of his videos posted in my community tab. He said that how the code works in prison is that, and I'm not saying that this Edwards was a pedo. I mean, I'm sorry, what's his name? Thompson. He may have been. We don't know, do we? But, and it's just a question. But this guy, this former prisoner, said how it works in prison is once the prisoners know that the guy is a pedophile, it's not a matter of if he's going to be taken out. It depends on his crimes. You know, they don't just take out someone without doing some research. But it will be a person in the prison system that already has like 1 life sentence or 2 or 3 life sentences, and there's really not much they can do to him. It's kind of like a code, and then that person cannot go on to offend other people. I don't know if this guy was this. I'm not saying he was. But the fact, if what I'm seeing and what I've read is true, the sister-in-law and her husband of the wife were trying to help the children. And what did this guy do? He went and killed them violently and then blamed it on Scientology. So there's that old code too. There's no honor amongst thieves. Same difference. They always turn on each other. So, the department intends to fully pursue criminal prosecution of anyone found to be responsible in this case. Well, what if they have 2 or 3 life sentences? Maybe they don't care. The agency wrote in a statement, and there's more I want to say, but I'm not gonna, because sometimes you just got to read between the lines. So I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night. Peace.